Hello guys, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you're new to my channel, hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Summer. So in this video I want to share what I would call what's the word, oh my goodness, sometimes I get stuck with the English word, like a ripple of like something that has happened from Osinachi's exit, how her exit has opened some people's eyes, and that is why things like this is good to share it, because you never know who it would save. It can help prevent another Osinachi from happening. Even if it helps 5 people, it is something. So the lady just shared her story that she was actually engaged. Let me read it to you guys exactly how she shared it on her Facebook. You know, for anyone that does not know the story of Osinachi, she's basically a woman that was married to a man that was not very nice to her, and he used to do a lot of he was very abusive and all of that, and eventually they said he kicked her in the chest. And she became unwell from that, and she lost her life from that. And after her story went viral, I think it got a lot of people thinking, and people beginning to realize that that could be them. So let me read this lady's post on Instagram. This is why stories like this, when you see that even her church that she was attending, she was a lead singer, didn't seem to even talk about it. If social media did not exist and this story didn't go viral, if somebody like this would not have seen the story or heard about the story and wouldn't have made this decision that she made. Let me read you guys the post that she made. I need to show you how powerful social media is. So this is the post. Hello guys, I never wanted to bring this here, but I have to. I am a type of person who likes to keep my relationship away from social media, but this is for clarification purposes. It was my secondary school classmate who I thought I knew to an extent. On December 28, 2020, he did the first and second in my family marriage list. For anyone that doesn't know, that has to do like a bride price or whatever she needs to do traditionally for the traditional aspect of the marriage. Which bride price happened to be on the second stage, which he paid. After he paid my bride price, he started maltreating me. It's the same story with Osinachi's one. They said after he had paid, that was it, cut off the whole family. And the mother called, and he was like, you know, mother was like, when even the girl's mother tries to speak up, he said, I've already married your daughter, you know, I can do whatever I like, because if he's like, I already paid the bride price, she's now my property. Okay, going back to this, he said 2021 was hell for me, that at some point I left home. After everything, we settled around November 2021. Osinachi as well, the story I'm talking about, she settled and went back before she ended up losing her life. Okay, so he said, which he promised he would never beat me again, but still nothing changed. The same thing with Osinachi. This is my reason why I am calling off the traditional marriage. Ibanku is like the final ceremony aspect of it, and white wedding ceremony between me and David Okike, or OFF or off. Beating me was not part of the agreement in our marriage. And then said this Saturday should have been my traditional and white wedding ceremony day. I supposed to be happy, but I am not. For a couple of months now, I have been going through a lot. I have been in a toxic relationship for over a year now. I am aware that this may be a shock to many people, especially people from my hometown. My supposed husband hit and abused me in any slightest provocation. Just small misunderstanding without minding what condition I am into. Because I have chosen me and I will not live my entire life facing domestic violence, my supposed husband is full of rage, beating me with his belt, stick, broom is his daily routine. Many a times he had lifted his hammer on me, and this Monday last week was because of little misunderstanding. He beat me mercilessly, and on the process of it, he rushed into his mother's kitchen for a cutlass. When I noticed he's going for a weapon, I locked the door behind him, which he forcefully opened. Both his mother and sisters and some neighbors were begging him not to cut me with the cutlass. With all these things and more, I am fed up. I am calling off the wedding and traditional marriage, Ibanku, between me and David Okike that's supposed to hold on this Saturday, 16th April 2022. Please, to my family and friends, I am so sorry for any inconvenience this may have caused you, but I will not end up with a man who always promised that if I didn't kill him, that he will kill me. The same thing Osinachi's husband was saying, that he was going to be going dead or alive. And then he said that he will kill me. I am still suffering from unstoppable headache I sustained from the head injury he gave me 3 weeks ago. The bride price paid will be returned in due time. Please respect my choices. Oh, I don't know whether I should laugh or cry. Please respect my choices. Thanks and God bless you all. Whether we like it or not, Osinachi has basically saved a life. Well, Osinachi's story has saved a life because the story was shared. If her story was never shared, maybe this lady would have gone ahead and married. But I think Osinachi's story has shown her a picture of what's to come. Let me tell you, a man has already beaten you before you are married. He's already beating you before the marriage. What do you think he's going to do after? I made a video which I was explaining. The beginning is normally the sweetest part. If the beginning is already bitter, what are you expecting to taste? It's going to be acid when it becomes a wedding. A lot of marriages don't start falling apart until maybe 10 years or whatever. This one is already spoiled from the beginning. She shared that, and a lot of it was so funny because people were able to find the guy and they were going oh God, I'm not supposed to laugh, but I laugh easily. If you see some of the comments, there was one comment that said, look at the guy. I think there was a post the guy had there that was something about talking about his wedding to come, but I think this got him unawares. And somebody left a comment and said, see your head, like you already look like a killer. What did he say? There was a comment somebody left and said, see you already look like someone that is looking for somebody to kill. That was where they phrased it. But whether we like it or not, the truth remains that Osinachi's story, the fact that it went viral, is making people think and rethink. Especially for families that may have daughters that have married. It's enough for people to see, because people always think that, to see how it can end sometimes wakes people up to think twice. Because I don't believe for a second that if Osinachi's parents, Osinachi's family knew it was going to be like this, that they would have, no, even if it means tying her legs and hand and drag her home, they would have done it. Osinachi herself, I made a comment somewhere, I think I replied to someone, I said, look, if Osinachi had the second chance, I believe she would do things differently, even if not for herself, but at least for her children. Nobody would tell me that Osinachi is happy to be out of this world. I do not believe it. Because from what we have heard about her and everything, as peace-loving as she is, the truth is this: there is no way she wouldn't have wanted to be alive for her children. If she knew it was going to end her life, I do not believe for a second that she would have stayed. A lot of people that are potential Osinachis have seen how Osinachi ended, and it's making them wake up and say, let's do the right thing now before it's too late. A friend of mine that was in a, she said, that told me the story of being in an abusive relationship. She's been telling me recently that seeing Osinachi's exit has been making her realize that she too could have actually been gone. She said she thinks back and she said, wow, that could have been me. That could have been me. So I just wanted to share that. We want to show us the power of social media, power of bringing stories like this to light, power of sharing our stories. I have shared my own stories. I have videos here about my own story. But some people, like I said in one of my videos, some people laughed at me and said, hey, you're bringing your family story on social media. And I said, I'm saying it now, that Osinachi's children who grow up tomorrow have a YouTube channel and try to share the story of what they lived through in their father's house. Seeing that what was happening, and that was what I did with my own stories. And I said I share my stories because I'm hoping it can touch somebody to think twice about their own lives and their own situations, so stories like this. And I'm going back to the idea of stories like this should not be hidden away. It should be brought out, because you never know what life it will end up saving. I think I'll leave this video here. As always, whatever your opinions are, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. And with that, I'm going to say thank you for watching. Until the next time, guys. Bye-bye. Bye.